Jai Hind students. Today we'll be dealing about project management and entrepreneurship. Well, these are the contents that I'll be dealing today. Firstly, I'll tell you what do you mean by the term entrepreneur. What is the charm of becoming, as we are very much interested in becoming an entrepreneur. So what is actually the charm that an individual is very much interested in becoming an entrepreneur? We will be discussing about that. What are the different pros and cons? Then I'll tell you what actually do we mean by enterprise. What are the different characteristics of entrepreneur? What do we actually mean by entrepreneurship? See, these terms related to be very same, and I'll tell you what actually they mean are. Then what is the relationship between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship? Then again there are different myths, common myths I'll be discussing. And lastly, I'll tell you the classification of entrepreneurs. So what is entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is often considered as a person who sets up his own business and industries. This is a very important line, right? So he's a person who sets up his own business and industries is what is an entrepreneur. He has initiative, drive, skill and spirit of the person who is actually innovative in nature. So he will always be having the spirit of innovation, whose aims at again high goal, and again a risk oriented person will be an entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is the individual which identifies the opportunities in whatever work assigned to him. So he's a person who is going to take different opportunities. He's going to gather different type of necessary resources and ultimately responsible for the performance of the organization, because he is the one who is going to start up his own business, who is going to start up his own industry. So ultimately we can say is the person based on which who is actually responsible for making any type of performance in the particular organization. Entrepreneurs are action oriented. They are again highly motivated, who takes, this is very important term, who is always capable, who is always have the dedication of taking a risk so that will be able to achieve a particular type of goal in the market. They plays a vital role again in the economic development of the countries. Of course, the economy of the country depends on an entrepreneurs, that if you have number of entrepreneurs, so this is something which is directly going to deal with the economy of a particular type of country. Now, if we talk about French, in French, interpret means to go between or to undertake, right? According to Webster dictionary, one who organizes, manages and assumes the risk of business or enterprise. That means a person who is able to manage, who is able to organize, who is able to assume any particular type of risk if it is occurring into the business or entrepreneur. Now again, charm of becoming an entrepreneur, opportunity to create one's own destiny. That is actually the main charm that we are quite interested in becoming an entrepreneur. Opportunity to make different from others, so that we'll be able to start up our own. Opportunity to reach one full potential, right? According to your capability, according to your spirit, you will be able to achieve the complete potential of yourself. Then again, opportunity to reap impressive profits. Profits again making is a big task. Opportunity to contribute, how you will be able to contribute to the society by increasing the economic growth of the country. That is also very important. Opportunity to do what you enjoy, because if you talk about entrepreneur, they are not actually working under somebody. They are the one who are actually initiative, who are actually risk taking capability, and they started up their own setup. If we talk about the pros and cons, in pros you can say that of course you are the boss, you are the whole soul of a company. Cons, you are alone, right? Because as an entrepreneur, if you are the leader, if you are sitting at the topmost position, of course you are alone. In pros, we can say that all profits are yours. They will be great variety in roles and tasks. As an entrepreneur, again, there will be different type of varieties. It is something which is definitely going to increase the self-confidence of an individual. So, if you are going to become an individual, if you are going to become an entrepreneur, definitely it is something which is going to increase your self-confidence as well. Work can be very satisfying if you enjoy it. Success will give you immense satisfaction because it is you, or it is actually the person who is able, who has capability of taking risk, who is initiative, who is started up his own thing. So definitely you will be getting a type of proper satisfaction. All decisions are yours. So there is if any type of wrong decisions has been taken, it is you who is responsible for it. So when it is a cons, all losses if it is there in your particular organization, right, that is again yours, right? If profit is yours, of course the losses are also yours. So you will need to put in long hours, right? There is no like 8-hour working job, like we'll be talking about that we need to sit here for 8 hours and then it'll go up. So there is no duration, there is no foundation of the time. You need to put your efforts, you need to put in for long hours as well. Then again, if we talk about the cons, there is lack of success which affect the self-esteem. Exciting the business is again difficult job. Pressure will affect social and family lives. Of course, as an entrepreneur, this is something which will definitely affect your family life also. So these are the different cons. Now, what is the term enterprise? An entrepreneur is a person who starts a enterprise, right? So entrepreneurs is going to start an enterprise. The process of creation is called the entrepreneurship, right? We have studied 3 terms till now: entrepreneur, enterprise and entrepreneurship, right? Is a person who is going to start up his own business, taking risk capability of taking risk and all, right? The entrepreneur is going to start an enterprise, and the process of creation is what is called as an entrepreneurship. So the entrepreneur is the actor, entrepreneurship is basically the act. We can say in a very simple words that if we talk about entrepreneur is basically the actor, and this is basically the act. The process of creation is what is called as an entrepreneurship. The outcome of actor and the act is called as an enterprise. Of course, what an actor is doing and what are the acts that different actor is performing, based on which whatever we will be getting, that is what is called as an enterprise. So enterprise is the business organization which is formed and which provides against the goods and services, which is going to create different type of jobs again as well. Now there are different type of characteristics of the entrepreneur. First is the vision. He should have a visionary approach, right? The entrepreneur has a dream. He'll always think big. So he has a dream, he visualizes the way and means with the help of which he'll be able to achieve those type of things. So he is actually visionary in nature. In doing so, he visualizes what is the demand in the market, right? How he'll be able to supply so that the demands get satisfied. What is socio-economic environment, the different type of technological environment. All then based on these dynamics, he visualizes the future for his business venture. Whatever business that particular entrepreneur has started, based on different type of issues, the demands, the supplies, the environment, the technologies, he'll be able to determine what is the future of his business in the market. So he should be visionary in nature. Then second comes is the knowledge, right? It is must that an entrepreneur should be knowledgeable. The entrepreneur has full knowledge about all the technicalities of his business that is going to deal with, be it technological knowledge, be it operational knowledge, it is financial or it is market dynamics. So this is something which is very, very important when you need to become an entrepreneur. He is a person who will be having the complete knowledge about the different type of technicalities in the project that is going to deal with. Third comes is the desire to succeed, right? They'll always be having a desire to think big so that they'll be able to succeed in the market, doing the works in such a way so that the proper output will be generated and again they'll be able to succeed in the scenario. So entrepreneur has a strong desire to succeed in life. Their dreams are not just limited to achieving one single goals, but they constantly work to achieve higher goals, right? Their aim is not to achieve a single type of goal. They are very goal oriented, and of course their aim is so that they'll be able to achieve a higher type of goal in the scenario. Next comes is the independent, right? As you are alone, again you are independent. So entrepreneur needs independence in work and again decision making, proper type of decision, well making decision capability again plays a very, very important role at any type of drastic condition. If it is occurring, how you will be able to handle it, that is also must. They don't follow the rule of thumb but make their own rules and destiny, right? They are not the one who is going to follow any type of rules which is created by us. So they are the one who make the rules and again the people working under them need to follow those type of rules. Then comes is the optimism. Entrepreneurs are highly optimistic about achieving their vision, right? So they are optimistic in nature. Then comes is the value addition. Entrepreneurs do not follow the conventional rule of thumb. They have constant desire so that they'll be able to introduce new to the existing business, right? What are the ways with the help of which they'll be able to introduce something new in a particular type of business? Leadership, of course, a very, very important characteristics of entrepreneur. An entrepreneur exhibit the qualities of the leader. He'll always be a very good leader. They are good planner. They'll be able to make a plan according to the requirement, according to the particular type of scenario. They'll be proper, or they are proper organizers, right? They have good communication skills. They'll be able to, because they have to communicate with number of different people working under them. So it is must that they need to be properly, they have the guts to properly communicate to an individual. Again, they are good decision makers. They take initiative to implement different type of plans, and again, they are very much oriented, result oriented, right? Then comes is the hard working. There is no doubt in this that the entrepreneurs are again very, very hard working. At times they are called workaholics, right? They work so hard that it's, according to scenario, they are sometimes called as workaholics as well. Work is worship for them. They put in continuous effort so that they'll be able to achieve success, and there is no substitute for hard work, right? We'll always work, we'll always agree for this particular thing, that there is no substitute for the hard work. Then again, risk-taking capability. An entrepreneur will always be able to take the risk according to the scenario. It is inherent and inseparable element of entrepreneurship. He assumes the uncertainty of future. They guarantees rent to the landlords, wages to the employees, and interest to the inventor. So again, it is a must capability that they are risk oriented in nature. Now, there are different other characteristics also, like mental ability. They have good mental ability. They have clear objective, what they are supposed to do, what is their goal, what is their vision, what is their mission, how they'll be able to achieve it, what is their complete strategy. So, they have the clear cut objective in their mind. Then comes is the business secrecy, of course, HR ability, communication skill, of course, is must, technical knowledge, of course, is must, achievement oriented, right? They want to achieve, and of course, they are very much oriented regarding this. Perseverance, ethicals, again, they are very good motivator. They are again self-confident. If you are self-confident, definitely you will be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Long-term involvement, they believe in that. High energy level, of course, there is no, a time duration that they need to work it. So it is important. They are very, energy level is very high. Then again, they are the solver if there is any particular type of problem which is occurring. So they are the solver of the problem. They are the good initiator, and again, they are the goal setter. Now, what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship refers to the process of action an entrepreneur undertakes to establish his enterprise. This we have already discussed. So it is a process or the act or the action which the entrepreneur is going to establish a particular type of entrepreneurship, right? So it is basically the process of action, output of which is basically the enterprise. It is a creative and innovative response to the environment. In other words, we can say that entrepreneurship will be defined as the ability to discover, create or invent different type of opportunities and exploit them so that it is going to benefit the society, which definitely is going to turn or bring prosperity to the innovator or in the organization. Now, what is entrepreneur and entrepreneurship? Entrepreneur is often used interchangeably with entrepreneurship, but conceptually they are not same. So please don't get confused that entrepreneur and entrepreneurship are the same thing. They are just like two sides of the coin. Both of them are basically correlated, but they are not same. As I told you earlier also, entrepreneur is a person who bears the risk, right? Unites in various factors and production and carries out a creative type of innovator, right? Entrepreneur is always innovative in nature, is always, capable of taking different type of risk. His ability, he'll be able to find out different solutions from any sort of problem it is occurring, right? On the contrary, if we talk about entrepreneurship, this is a set of activities which is basically performed by an entrepreneur, right? And the different type of actions, the set of activities which is basically performed, that is what is called as entrepreneurship. Now, what is a relationship? Entrepreneur is a person. Entrepreneurship is basically the process, right? The process. Entrepreneur, organizer. Entrepreneur is the any organizer can be referred to as an entrepreneur. If we talk about an entrepreneurship, the act which an organizer is performing, based on that particular act, what will be achieving is what is called as an organization. So that is what is called as entrepreneurship. Again, innovator. And entrepreneurship is based on the acts of the innovator. The output that will be getting is the new innovation, something new. Again, entrepreneur is basically risk bearer, right? And this is risk bearing. Motivator, the person who is the motivator. And based on the different type of act which a motivator is performing, will be getting this entrepreneurship, that is motivation. Again, creator, creation, visualizer, vision. You can, able to understand this. This is very, very simple. Again, a leader, an entrepreneur is a good leader. And based on the act what an individual is performing, this is the output that we'll be getting is the leadership, which is entrepreneurship. Then is the imitator, and imitation is the entrepreneurship. Then again, in this particular field of entrepreneur, there are different type of myths which is there. So there are common myths that I'll be going to cover today. First is entrepreneurs don't have the personal life, right? We generally used to think that they're so busy and all. Of course, I admit, but again, like we cannot say that they do not actually have their personal life. So this is again a myth. Then they take lot of risks. Of course, they take less, but it is not like that they're very much interested in taking different risks, which is of no use to anybody. Then third is the entrepreneurs are only motivated by money. This is again a myth. This is not the fact that it is only money which is going to motivate an entrepreneur, and there is no other way with the help of which the entrepreneur will be motivated. Then they raises money from different capitalists. Again, the different myths. They have great ideas. Anyone can be an entrepreneur. Anybody can become an entrepreneur. It's not like that, right? So entrepreneurs have formal training and education. Not at all. This is again a myth. This is not the fact. They are young. Of course not. There are a number of examples which are there in front of us. Even at the age of 70s, 80s, 90s, the people are, they are good entrepreneurs. So it's not like that only a young person can become an entrepreneur. They don't quit until they succeed. That is again a myth. And this is genetic. So it's not like that if your fathers, if your grandfathers is an entrepreneur, of course you can become a good entrepreneur. So this is not like this is genetic. This is again a myth. Then again, there is classification of entrepreneurs. First, Clarence Delhoff in 1945, this classifies the entrepreneurs again based on the 4 types: innovative, imitative, Fabian and drawn. What are they? First is innovative entrepreneurs. Innovative entrepreneurship is characterized by aggressive assemblage of information and the analysis of result which is derived from sole combination of factors, right? Innovation, innovative, right? Thinking something new, any type of new technique, new product. So person of this are generally aggressive in experiments and cleverly put attractive possibilities in practice so that they'll be able to achieve something new, right? Something new, some new technology, some new type of market, some new strategy. So again, they are quite aggressive. An innovative entrepreneur seeks the opportunities for, as I told you, they seek the opportunity for introducing new techniques, new product or the new market. He or she may raise money to launch an enterprise, assemble the various factors, choose top executives and again set the different type of goals of a particular type of organization. Scumter entrepreneurs was of this type. Such an entrepreneur introduced new products. So it is very much clear from the word itself only. Innovative are the one who is actually, taking the capability of thinking or introducing something new, right? A new type of technique, a new type of product, a new type of market. Second is adoptive or imitative entrepreneurs. This kind of entrepreneurs are characterized by readiness to adopt successful innovation which is created by innovative entrepreneurs. So they are going to adopt it, right? They are going to imitate it. Adopted from where? The innovations which is created by the very first, which is the innovative entrepreneurship. So they are the one who is going to adopt that successful type of innovation which has already been created by the previous one. That is the innovative entrepreneurs. Now these type of entrepreneurs, they are revolutionary entrepreneurs with the difference that instead of innovating the changes themselves, they just imitate the technology and techniques innovated by others, right? You can see from this particular point that they are very revolutionary, right? They, rather than making or doing any type of innovation or rather than, starting the new innovation or generating the new innovation themselves, what they are interested in, they just imitate the technology and the techniques which is innovated by the others, which is innovated by the innovative entrepreneur. So that is why they are actually called as adoptive, right? They are adopting the techniques, the ways that has already been done by the, that has already been innovated by the previous one. Then these entrepreneurs are most suitable for developing countries because such countries prefer to imitate the technologies knowledge and skill available, already available in more advanced type of countries. Of course, we can say that in a different type of, the countries which are actually developing, people prefer to imitate the technology which has already been innovated by the innovative entrepreneur. They are more suitable for underdeveloped nations, because in these nations, people prefer to imitate technologies in more advanced type of countries. Then third comes is the Fabian Entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs of this type are very cautious and spectacle, right? They are very cautious, they are very spectacle while practicing any change, right? They are very cautious that if they are going to incorporate any type of particular change, what will be the impact of it. They have neither the will to introduce any change nor the desire. So that is, they are totally different from the first and the second one. Neither they have the guts, or neither they will introduce any type of new change which is generally done by the first one, which is the innovative, right? Nor adaptive, that is adaptive one that we have discussed just now, right? So neither they will be able to introduce new changes nor the desire to adopt new methods innovated by most enterprising organizations, right? So they are the third category which are very, very cautious. Now, such entrepreneurs are shy and lazy, right? These entrepreneurs are very shy, they are very lazy, and that is why they are not interested in, making a new change, and neither they are interested in adopting any new type of innovation. Their dealings are determined by customs, religions, traditions, and again are the past practices. They are not much interested in taking risks, right? Because they are very shy, they are very lazy. So we cannot say that they are very risk bearing, they are very initiative of taking any type of risk. They are not at all interested in taking any type of risk, and they try to follow the footsteps of the predecessors, what an earlier person is doing, or follow only after the satisfied with the success rate, right? Whatever the predecessors have done, and based on what actually is the success rate, right? They are quite interested in following the footsteps. Now, the next comes is the drawn entrepreneurs. Drawn entrepreneurs is characterized by the refusal to adopt to new opportunities to make the changes in the production methods, right? So they basically refuse to adopt to new opportunities by making any type of changes in the production method. Such entrepreneurs are even suffer losses, but they do not make changes in the production method, right? They are not at all interested in making any type of changes, even if they faces any type of suffer. They are laggards, and they continue to operate in the traditional way. So they are interested in, the traditional way they are actually going to use. They are conventional in the sense that they stick to conventional products, are basically the drawn entrepreneurs. So they are basically characterized that they are going to refuse to adopt any particular type of opportunity that, based on the type of changes that need to be, that they are not interested in that. Thank you so much, students. Jai Hind.